This chart shows the share of California's mortgaged homeowners who owe more on their mortgage balance than the current market price of their property, a condition known as negative equity. The share of negative equity homes in California increased slightly to 0.8% in the third quarter of 2022. This low level is inching higher from the record low reached earlier in 2022, though well below the 37% reached in 2010 at the height of the last foreclosure crisis. As home prices continue to contract over the next 2 to 3 years after peaking in the second quarter of 2022, watch for the share of underwater homes to become buoyant and rise rapidly. Everyone who purchased with a minimal down payment between 2019 and 2022 will plunge deep underwater. Practice tip: real estate agents and brokers can stay ahead of the market by learning to assist underwater homeowners. Knowing the options for homeowners facing negative equity will position agents to work with a larger share of clients in the buyer's market in the years ahead. This chart shows the number of single-family residential construction starts and multifamily construction starts each year in California. In 2022, multifamily construction experienced a 4% increase from the prior year, with just north of 55,000 new units started. Demand for multifamily rentals in the past decade has generally exceeded demand for new single-family property, with single-family starts declining 2% in 2022. While builders were beginning to cash in on legislative incentives and rising homebuyer demand, leaping mortgage rates and spiraling sales volume and prices in 2022 crushed builder sentiment. As a result, residential construction starts will not reach their full potential until after the 2023 recession, when prices bottom around 2025 and the recovery picks up steam around 2027. This chart shows the number of active real estate agents and brokers in California. It excludes agents who are unemployed by a broker and brokers who do not use their licenses. California had about 90,000 active real estate brokers in December 2022. The number of active brokers has been decreasing from a January 2010 peak and has yet to find a bottom. Conversely, the number of active agents has steadily climbed out from the 2014 low, reaching an inflated 226,000 in December 2022. What's next? Watch for a dramatic 50% fallback in sales agent licensing in 2023 through 2025. This fallback will be the result of reduced fees from sales volume and pricing. Expect the next big wave of licensees to arrive around 2028. Rebuilding first with the return of speculators, then end-user homebuyers to propel the housing market to its next expansion. To operate a successful brokerage office in a recession, brokers need to employ viable agents and then provide constant training as the market changes. As part of this effort, brokers must dedicate increased amounts of time and energy to supervise their agents in a buyer's market. Agents are most often left to learn the trade by observation and trial and error. This is based more on the agent's good instincts than on training, office policy indoctrination, and constant supervision by their broker, all of which is required by law and enforced by the DRE, and made all the more practical in a recession. Brokers need to be more than distant observers. To remain successful in the buyer's market now developing, employing brokers and their managers need to lean into supervising and monitor the behavior and activities of their staff.